This is my dream one bag travel setup. I've been one bag traveling for over 10 years, and every year I refine my setup a little bit more. Swap something out, test something new, cut some weight. But I think I've finally dialed in a setup that I don't want to change for quite a while. I wanted to build a fully functional setup that works under 7 kilograms, so I could fly airlines with very strict weight limits, where everything charges via USB-C, and where everything is dark mode, because I just think it looks kind of cool. I didn't give myself a budget constraint to do this, but that doesn't mean everything has to be expensive or over-engineered. If a simple, cheap item solves the problem, that's the answer. I just wrapped up 3 weeks of travel through Italy and Malta with this exact setup. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through everything I brought, starting with the bag itself. This is the Aer Travel Pack 4. I've tested countless travel backpacks, and the travel packs by Aer are just ones that I keep coming back to. It's a 35-liter bag compliant with 76% of airlines worldwide. And I've found these guys are really good at making bags that hit a sweet spot of features, quality materials, and organization at pricing that tends to come in under that of many of their competitors. The standard version of this bag comes in Cordura ballistic nylon, but I went with the X-Pack instead because it's water resistant, looks cooler in my opinion, and it shaves about 1/4 pound off the weight. I've done a full review of this bag that I'll link down below, and I'll also link a few alternatives that would work just as well if this bag just isn't your thing. The Firo Levo is even lighter weight, and if 289 is just too rich for your blood, I think the Tom Talk Navigator Lightweight is an incredible bag that costs under $100. This bag opens clamshell style, and so as we go into the main packing area with this high visibility orange interior, let me show you everything I packed. In terms of what goes in the bag, essentially everything goes into some kind of pouch or cube or packs into itself. This cube is my clothing, basically all of it. 4 to 5 shirts for everyday use, which on this trip was 2 black crew necks, one by Cuts, one by Unbound Merino, a long sleeve by Cuts, and a black long sleeve button up by Unbound Merino. This combo covers basically every scenario: sightseeing during the day, chilling at the place, getting some work done, going out for drinks or a nicer dinner, and I just layer when needed. On a warmer trip, I'd sub the long sleeve for a polo or another crew neck, but that's about the only swap I'd make. Main pants were these black jeans worn on the plane. I like to work out when I travel, whether that's going for a run or finding a local gym. So I've always got one pair of athletic clothes, dry fit style shirt, and these shorts by Lululemon, which double as swim trunks as needed. I tend to bring a pair of joggers that could work for workouts and or hanging out around the place as well. And speaking of that, I've got lined sleep shorts and this super soft tee that could double as an eye mask in a pinch. Packed 5 pairs of undies, 5 pairs of socks. These are the Saks Quest boxer briefs. They're quick drying, moisture wicking, and these are smart wool running socks with targeted cushion. I've got a mix of low cut and ankle length. Everything but the socks, which I just pack right here, goes into this Peak Design ultralight packing cube. This is the medium size. These helped me shed a little extra weight too. They're incredibly light, and when you zip them up, you can press basically all the air out. They've also got these water repelling zippers. This next pouch is also a medium Peak Design ultralight packing cube, and it's my shoe pouch. I tend to travel with 2 pairs of shoes. My day-to-day shoes that I wear on the plane are the Primal Zens by Lems. They have a wide toe box, 0 drop, they're lightweight and flexible. I've talked about these before, and I just keep coming back to them. My second pair are these running shoes by Altra. Now, you may not need running shoes. This could be a dress shoe, sandals, a different pair of cool sneakers if you're more stylish than me, or nothing if you're more minimalist than me. Other miscellaneous clothing and wearables. This cap for runs or water days. Athletic material, quick dry, super packable. And this belt. I'm showing you B-roll right now because I'm wearing it. Even with TSA PreCheck, my old belt set off the metal detector every single time, and this one doesn't. I never travel without a jacket of some kind. For this trip, it was this matte black bomber by Unbound Merino. I have always wanted a clean matte black bomber that actually fits me well, and this one just nailed it. The folks at Unbound Merino sent this to me, and I will be very honest, I have worn it basically every single day. Now, it is a considerable splurge, not something most people need to run out and buy, but several of you have asked me on other videos where I got it, and so that's where I got it. I like it, I think it looks great, and it feels even better. Now, I would swap this jacket in and out for other pieces of outerwear, depending on the trip. A puffer jacket, or my all-time favorite, this lightweight zip hoodie, which is great for flights or chilly mornings. I always recommend having a lightweight rain jacket, and this is one of the big upgrades I wanted to make. I've carried the Outdoor Research Helium rain jacket for years, and I still like that jacket, but I've had two big gripes after using it for a couple years. One, the ventilation is not that great. There's times that it feels like wearing a sauna suit. And two, no pockets for your hands. It's got the chest pocket for packing the jacket into, but what am I supposed to do with my hands? So I found this rain jacket by Kettle Mountain. Slightly less packable than the Outdoor Research, but better ventilated, more waterproof, and it's got actual pockets. That's clothing. What else is in here? Packable Day Pack. I went with the Osprey Daylight. There's cooler solutions out there for sure, but this bag just works for me. It doesn't weigh much, it packs super small. I'll use it for coffee shop runs, grabbing groceries, packing a picnic, whatever. I've also been a big fan of the Matador Refraction and the Matador Free Fly. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. Lately, instead of packing it into itself, I just lay this flat into the bottom of the bag, and the same goes for the rain jacket too. When it comes to toiletries, the one thing that just kept bothering me was the size and weight of my beard trimmer. I've long used this Philips beard trimmer, which weighs over a pound by itself, and it has this bulky charger. So I swapped to the Philips One Blade, way smaller, way lighter. And with this little adapter I found on Amazon, it charges USB-C. Beyond that, here's what goes into my quick and simple toiletry kit. Toothbrush, toothpaste, some hair paste, sunscreen, fingernail clippers, and my razor. Need something to put it all in, so I reached for the Osprey Ultralight Roll Organizer. When it comes to toiletry bags, there are way fancier options out there. Gravel, Peak Design, Aer. But honestly, this is one of those areas where I just don't see any reason to spend $100. All I really need is something that packs small, has some water resistance, and has a hook so I can hang it up. I've carried this model to like 30 countries now, and it just works. Okay, let's move to the front of the bag. Two things. Lint brush, you probably know what that does, and some dryer sheets for static cling and keeping the bag smelling fresh. The vast majority of my travel tech goes in this tech pouch. This is the Slim Pouch 2 by Aer, and it's my personal favorite because it's slim enough to fit most bag front pockets very easily, unlike a lot of bigger tech pouches. And the shape keeps it low profile, and it stands up when you put it on a desk or table. Let me show you what's inside. Every single device I'm using charges USB-C. That means if I was ever stuck with just one cable, everything in my kit could still get juice. That's the dream here. I got cables in varying lengths, a couple extra long ones for when the outlet is far away, and these are high enough wattage to charge a laptop if needed, so that would be one less cord to pack, and a couple of shorter ones. Really, the long ones are the main ones I use. Now, I still brought a couple cables that have USB-A on one end because not every airplane seat or hotel outlet has USB-C ports, but every device end is USB-C, no exceptions. Universal Travel Adapter. This one is by Epica. It's their Pulse 65 watt. Works in the US, UK, Europe, Asia, Australia. You can charge up to 6 devices at once. Really, I'm mostly using the USB-C ports on this, but on, say, the night before travel days, I will max out like all the ports while I'm charging everything. One way I make the ports go a little farther is with this 3-in-1 charger. I travel with an iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods, and this charges all 3 with one cord, and it folds down quite small. What else is in here? Couple spare fuses for the travel adapter. Very rare to need, but I just leave these in the tech pouch. Couple little adapters, USB-C to USB-A, USB-A to USB-C, just in case. I've got this Bluetooth transmitter, which simply lets me use my own headphones with the plane's entertainment system. Very inexpensive, great little travel item that just works. And a pen for customs forms and the like. Also in the front pocket of my bag is where I keep my power bank. Airlines have gotten stricter about lithium batteries, so I like this one by Kushu because it's a solid state battery. It stays cool, it's puncture resistant, and it does wired and wireless charging. I slip an air tag right here, so I always know where my bag is. And this horizontal zip right here is a great place to hide things like your passport or keep loose items. This is where I might keep medication. Now, as you can tell, I'm a cubes and pouches kind of guy, meaning the simple organization on the front of this bag works pretty well for me because like all I'd ever be storing in here is a power bank and a tech pouch. But if you're the type that wants a lot more pockets for your tech, or you want a pocket that's a little deeper, there's other great options like the Firo Levo travel backpack or the Matador Globe Rider. One more tech item I've changed in order to dial in this setup and just lighten my load is my camera, or rather my phone's camera. Smartphone cameras are getting so good, and when traveling, I've been doing more and more video from the phone using apps like Kino and Blackmagic, which has enabled me to stop hauling a heavy, bulky video camera around if I want to. Occasionally, I need an ND filter, which is basically sunglasses for your camera lens. And when I need an ND filter, I didn't want some huge, bulky rig that takes 20 minutes to set up. That drives me insane. So I went with this Moment case that has a little ND filter that slides right on, clips on, super easy to attach and remove, and pocket my phone. It's fast, light, small, and easy. And on the back of my phone, basically at all times, is this Peak Design mobile tripod. I use this thing every single day, basically whether I'm traveling or not. It just does so much. It's about the size of a few credit cards stacked together, but it unfolds into this sturdy, perfectly balanced tripod for your phone. It magnetically snaps to any MagSafe compatible phone or case, so it's really useful for a quick time lapse, a selfie, or an in-flight movie. All right, let's hit the top pocket, which is where I want to keep quick access items like sunglasses. Probably one of the coolest swaps I made is swapping my sunglasses for these folding ones by Rove. The frame is unbelievably thin. You know, I had seen these online and thought I would hate them, but they are so cool. They take up very little space. They weigh half as much as my old glasses, and they came with this little case. All right, what else is in here? Headphones. I bring 2 sets of headphones. First, a set of Apple AirPods, which are not black. Dang it, so close. These are great for exercise or quickly taking a phone call. And then these, which are a type I don't see a lot of people talking about, but in my opinion, block out sound just as well as noise canceling over ears, weigh like a quarter as much, and pack infinitely smaller in-ear monitors. These fit your ears so well that they don't even have to be noise canceling in most cases. There's tons of options out there, and they really run the gamut pricing wise. These are some custom molded ones that I've had for like over 10 years now. Cannot recommend them highly enough. This is not the case they came in. It's a much smaller case that I had just lying around. Last but not least, lotion. Dry hands. Here at the back of the bag, you've got this area with multiple divider panels and a suspended laptop area that fits up to 16-inch laptops. If I'm traveling with a laptop and like a full remote work setup, this is where all those components go as well. And this is also where I put copies of my important documents deep into the bag. Now, the weight restrictions in terms of building out this bag does not include a laptop because I know a lot of people don't travel with a laptop. If you do travel with a laptop, that is going to add a little bit of weight. How much? Well, it depends on your device. This is a beefy MacBook Pro, and this would add almost 2 kilograms, but a MacBook Air, or some of those newer MacBooks, or like even an iPad are going to add quite a bit less. This is just totally dependent on you, your travel style. I never travel without a water bottle, and my go-to is the Owala Free Sip. I love this thing. Insulated dual wall stainless steel. Normally you can gulp or sip, but I removed the internal straw so I can open this water bottle on an airplane and it's not gonna explode all over the place like other water bottles. That lives in one of the 2 stretchy water bottle pockets right here. When you use cubes and pouches like I do, repacking this bag is extremely fast. Everything has a home. Fully packed out, this bag weighs right at that 7 kilogram target. Every device charges USB-C, and yeah, it all looks pretty cool, at least in my opinion. If you want the full breakdown on why I chose this bag over everything else I've tested, that's right here. Thank you so much for watching. Happy travels.